been a while since I've done any updates. Actually, it's been since I installed the ARB bumper since I've done any updates to this page. And I thought it was a good time to do it, so I'm up here in West Virginia visiting some family and drove up on the hill. Figured I'd take a look at this thing. We had to do some trimming on the bumper here, the original bumper, to fit with the ARB. And I just painted it black in behind there. I thought it came out pretty good. I wasn't really sure how it would look at first. Holy smokes, this thing looks... There we go. So, thoughts on the bumper. It's heavy, but I like the installation. It turned out pretty good. I've been pretty happy with this thing. The winch works good. I installed a TRD skid plate on it as well. That was a pain in the butt, but it did work out good in the end. I did have to trim it for the KDSS to clear this sway bars. And I know it's kind of low light right now, so having a little bit of trouble making this come out great. So anyway, yeah, pretty happy with this thing overall. Did have to improvise a mounting solution for the solenoid, which this was the cover that came with the bumper for if you were running no winch. And I did some trimming on the back of it and a little drilling and built some spacers up under there. And it all turned out pretty good, I think, in the end. The bumper did not come with a recovery point. I had to buy that separate. It does have these jack pockets right here for farm jack or the ARB jack. There are a few things I think could be better about this bumper. So these pieces here, the trim pieces, they're already starting to fade a little bit, and I don't really like the way they install. They're just plastic pieces with some sheet metal screws that hold them in. It's all right, but when you're putting this bumper together and you have to install these and these, kind of slide them together with these caps in there and put screws up through the bottom here and in through the back of these, it's easy to strip them out, and there's no good way to really get them to line up solid. But they're on there, they're not moving. It's just a nitpicky thing, I guess. These fog light bulbs, not so great. I bought Extreme LED, the 2700K amber bulbs to put in them, and I like the bulbs. I don't like the lenses or the housings. Thinking about changing them out to Bajas. They don't even, I mean, I could put the factory Toyotas in there, which maybe I'll do before I spend the money on the Bajas, because these do not project even as good as the factory housings. So I'm going to have to come up with something there. So the turn signals activate in the bumper. It's not a bad look. Alright, this is everything lit up. Alright, so here is my wiring setup. I've got the Blue Sea 6-circuit fuse block and a 60 amp waterproof breaker. I put a 200 amp waterproof breaker for the Smittybilt winch. And I think this was a good solution. I mounted it all to the factory fuse box. I don't know if that was a great idea or not, but it's what I did. And just tied everything into the factory terminals and did some trimming, so it all fits. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. So I hope the ARB bumper install series that I did was helpful. Thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe, hit the like button please. Helps me out. I'm going to try to keep building the channel and see what I can come up with. I've got some more projects planned for that thing. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them in the comments. Thanks.